Hi, welcome back. Today I want to do a tutorial here to get VAAPI encoding inside of my DistroBox container using DaVinci Box for DaVinci Resolve inside DistroBox. As you can see here, I have a project I'm working on. I'm in the Deliver tab. And if I go here for codecs, you'll see it just ends at uncompressed. Even if I set it to like MPEG 4, it just ends at AVP. So what we're going to do, we're going to close DaVinci Resolve. We're going to open a terminal here, and we're going to go into the DistroBox container using the DistroBox enter DaVinci Box command here. We're going to go into here, and as you can see, it is Fedora 42. It is a toolbox container image, so it's in DistroBox. And we have to set up specifically RPM Fusion inside of the DistroBox container. Now I have RPM Fusion set up here on my Fedora 43, so I have VAAPI encoding inside of DaVinci Resolve, but we're going to set it up here in DistroBox. So from here on the RPM Fusion website, we're going to go over to configuration. As you can see, it goes all the way back to Fedora 41. We're just going to go here and use this command here under the command line setup. I'm going to copy that. I already have this set up, but if I paste it into the terminal, hit enter, it should say there's nothing to do. Okay, now that we have this set up, we're going to go back up to the top. We're going to go to How To, Multimedia, and we need to allow FFmpeg to go from FFmpeg free to the full FFmpeg. So I'm just going to copy this command here, go over here, paste it in. I already have it, so it's not going to do anything. I do this additional codecs here also for just any extra codecs that I might need. DaVinci Resolve probably does not use them, but I do have that on my main Fedora container. You may get this because it cannot find specific things. You know, maybe this package is just not available. But what we need to do, if you're on an AMD GPU, scroll down to this hardware accelerated codec, and you want to run both of these commands here. I'm just going to copy this top one. We're going to paste that in, hit enter. It should update that a little bit. It's just reinstalling it for me is what it's doing. And then the VDPAU, even though DaVinci Resolve doesn't use it, I put that in there anyways. You can choose not to if you would like. Now that that's done, because we're not doing any playing DVDs or any RPM firmwares, we're not needing any of that. You now want to go over to this site on GitHub. You'll see Glorious Eggroll is listed here. This is the DVCP-VAAPI plugin that I like to use. You go here, download this bundle, and then once this bundle zip is downloaded, you're going to go into your folder under downloads, extract this folder. It's going to create this folder here. But first thing we need to do, I'm going to clear my terminal here. We're going to actually do a sudo dnf update, make sure the DistroBox is current, and then we're going to go into the Resolve installation. cd opt resolve. So once you have that, I'm just going to ls. You'll see that, and then we need to make a directory. I'm just going to copy some text I have here. You're going to want to make a directory IOPlugins inside of the Resolve folder. So we're going to hit enter. So now you see this folder. So now you just want to CD into that folder. CD, IO, and then you can hit tab and it'll autocomplete. And then once you're in that folder, you want to actually do you do not need sudo for this because, again, the DistroBox container is in your home directory. You want to do cp-r for recursive, and I just right click here, copy location, paste, and then you want to hit space, and you want specifically the name of this folder because you want it to exactly stay the way it is. Once you have that, hit enter, and then you can ls. The folder is there. So once you see that the folder is there, I just type exit, and then you're going to want to go to the shortcut that DistroBox created. This one here is a native install inside of Fedora 43 that I still need to remove. But this one here is a shortcut for the DistroBox container that DaVinci Box creates. And I just added it to my favorites. So we're just going to launch this. Once it launches, we're going to choose the previous project that I'm working on. Now we're in here, and as you can see under QuickTime, if I do this, I now have H.264, H.265, and if I go down to, let me switch the format here. If I go to MPEG 4, I have VAAPI AV1, H.264, H.265. Now this AV1 is only going to show up if you have a RDNA 3 or RDNA 4 GPU, like an RX 9060 or a 9070, or what I have is an RX 7900 GRE, so I have RDNA 3. So I tend to actually just use QuickTime. I leave it on there, and I honestly just set it to H.265. I tend to set this to 15 if it's gameplay. Now I leave my audio at PCM 24. And then obviously you set up your location, give it your name, the name you want it to be, hit render, and it will render on your GPU. I hope this helps anybody wanting to use their GPU for encoding on an AMD or even an Intel GPU to render video from DaVinci Resolve inside of a DistroBox container of it. So let me know how this works out for you. Like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Later.